My name is Nathanael Medlin. I have my master's degree in music with a concentration in vocal performance from Baylor University. When you go to school for music, especially vocal performance, you do a lot of singing, obviously. And you learn a few things. You learn how to pace yourself. You learn a wide variety of styles to sing in. When I was in my undergraduate program, it was kind of this constant barrage of you're going to do this and this and this, and that's great. That's part of it, right? You want to learn how to juggle all these different projects that you have going. Then when you get into a graduate level program, it's a little bit more of we're going to be very precise. We're going to choose 5 things and we're going to drill down really deep on these things. And we're going to become excellent at these. So it's slower pace, but it's way more in depth. What I'd like to do, I think at RSA, is do more of the latter. Of course, we want to teach everything, right? We want to give that introductory education. So certainly we want to provide that, but we also want to give a deep understanding as well. It might be just because I'm a music nerd, but when I look at a piece of music, when I listen to a piece of music, in my mind, I am analyzing it. I just love it. I love taking it apart and seeing the creation that a composer put together. I always equate it, the best composers, I always equate to what God's done in nature, right? If you look at the ocean and you look at the bizarre things that live at the bottom of the ocean that no one has seen for thousands of years, and then we find it, what is this? It's a bizarre thing. Or you look at the inside of a cell under a microscope and you see how intricate it is. Well, composers do that sort of thing too. They image their creator when they do these things. So you look at what Bach did, where he wrote his name in musical pitches somewhere in this larger work, or he took the theme of the fugue and he flipped it upside down and backwards, and then he put that in there later. You'd never hear that, but if you study his music, you find these things. And he did that for the joy of it. T.S. Eliot wrote an essay on the social function of poetry. And in that essay, he argues that there are 2 different directives that a poet has. The first is to preserve his language, and the second is to extend and improve his language. And I think we can extrapolate that and apply it to the arts in general. And so we can say it's the duty of the artist to preserve his culture on the one hand, and to extend and improve it on the other. If you're going to improve something, you have to know how to make it better. And if you're going to make something better, you have to know what good is. So if you divorce the arts from the good, that is from the God of Scripture, you're really lost at sea. You're progressing towards something, you don't know what, you don't have an aim, and at the same time you're also not tethered to something that is true or good to go with the beautiful. If you're considering joining RSA, what I would tell you is that you might look around at the culture at large and think, how did we get here? What is going on? It all seems so crazy. And I would agree with you. And I would say, it's not your fault that the culture is what it is today, but as a Christian, it's your responsibility to fix it and to start to change things. And if you come to RSA, you will be equipped with the ways to do that.